Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me again, SC Sibanda. I'm here just to say I hope your Sunday was all right, and I hope you guys are keeping safe. And whilst we were talking last week, we were talking about the envious person, that person who lives a comparative life, or that person who compares themselves to the next person. And I just come because somebody sent me a message today, and the message was quite interesting. It was also talking about comparing, but the way the person did put it for me was that if you are going to admire what other people have got without knowing how they got to where they are, it's either you're going to be looking for witchcraft to be able to start doing whatever to get where they are, because you don't know where they are. And then he actually capped it all by saying, the rain will fall on the bad and the good people, and which is actually right, because when it rains, it doesn't matter whether they are bad people or they are good people. It's just going to rain evenly. But the reason why last time I was speaking about comparing ourselves is because once we start comparing ourselves, it affects the way we think. And the way we think then is it all becomes the root of the actions which we will take. And remember, when we started discussing this, it was about why people behave the way they behave. So if people are going to be envious of someone, and then they would then start doing things maybe to get to where the other person is. Let's say somebody is driving a very good car and you can't afford that car, and you think about maybe going into some Ponzi scheme, just thanks to those who are watching, some Ponzi scheme or something which you're going to try and do so that you can get to the level. Hi, Ria. Oh, how are you? Drop me some hearts. Love you, miss you. So great to see you there. Thank you for watching. So it means you're going to try and steal so that you've got the money to be able to buy something which is going to be in competition with the other person. So the reason why people behave the way they behave starts from the way they are thinking. It starts from, because the way you are thinking is the whatever is on your mind is what is going to come out as words, or those words are going to create actions, and those actions are all going to be propelled by what you're going to do, the choices you make, and things like that. So we need to be very careful that we don't adopt the envious character. If we've got the envious character, possibly it's also a time for us to reflect and think, if, let's say, something angers you, which someone has done, ask yourself, why am I angry? Because you need to know what is the surrounding factors which are making you feel the way you are feeling. So you would need then to ask yourself, why am I feeling angry? Why am I angry at them? What have they done? Or what have I done? Or what have I not done? Because at times you can get angry because maybe you've got unmet goals. We never realize that. But if you give yourself time to reflect, it's just like we say, be slow to speak. Because when you think before you say something out, it means you are only going to say something which is beneficial to the person who's going to receive, rather than, just say things and they will come out. Then once they're out, you shock yourself that you have said that. I remember we used to say, if you start having an argument with somebody and you think you are angry, it's better move out of that house, go for a walk, and clear your head. Because that way, it was a way of saying, if you get out of that atmosphere, you are just going to calm down. As you are walking, you will be reflecting on whatever has happened. You will be also trying to think how best are you going to come back and maybe continue with the conversation. So, people behave badly because maybe, half the time we assume the other person has done something wrong, or maybe we don't know why people have done what if they're done, and we are not asking them. Maybe we are not having an intimate conversation of what's going on between us. So we need to be slow to speak. We need to think before we speak. We need to choose the words we would want ourselves to hear, being said to us, so that we don't say them to somebody else. Because once you say it, you can't take it back because you have already said it. So that's what I thought I would come, and we still continue with the envious character. And remember, we said 30% of the people have got the envious. So some people are extrovert, possibly 20%, introvert 20%, the trusting 20%, and the highest is the envious. And the envious characteristic is that character trait which actually causes most of the dysfunctional behaviors. So we need to be thinking really, really careful about how we carry ourselves around. And, even when we are nurturing children, we need to be able to nurture them in a way where they understand that words can be destructive, or can be very encouraging, or can motivate, or can build. So we are supposed to be aiming at building each other, whether they are adults or not. We need to be building each other, because once we train them and they grow up in that, then they will realize that they also need to train the other people around them that the same way they were trained. And that way we are making a better place for everyone to live. Even if we are going to do it one person at a time, I think it is very helpful. So that is all I had for you tonight. My name is S.E.N. Sibanda. And for Barahope, just to say to you guys, my second book is out. And, if anybody wants one, DM me, and we can see how we can arrange that. Thank you. Have a good day, or good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. For those in the United Kingdom, good night. My name is Essie, and I'm signing out. Thank you. Thank you, Ria, for watching. Greetings to your hubby and the kids.